You don't have enough confidence. You keep trying to do these habits where you're meditating, working out, whatever the case is, trying to work on a business, but you keep falling off, and you don't have enough confidence to say what you want in your life. Your relationships are stuck. You don't stand up to your boss when they're trying to downplay you, and you don't have any advocacy skills. You feel me? And this is a bigger problem than you might think it is. It's more than just wanting to stand up for yourself. It's an identity issue, and I'm here to change that. And this is how. The first thing I want to work on is your identity. A lot of times people are people pleasers, and they've grown up in a toxic environment when they've been growing up to where they've had to just kind of obey the person they were talking to, like whether their guardian, their parent, whatever the case is, and you were just never allowed to speak for yourself. So now in adulthood, when you have a boss like an authority, you do the same thing as if they were your parent. You don't stick up for yourself. You don't talk for yourself, and you're kind of quiet. Especially this is, I have some women on my channel. Especially in women, women are kind of taught to just not be seen. So a lot of times they kind of just succumb to whatever's around them and don't have any type of skills to advocate for themselves. Now, a lot of times happens to men too, especially black men. Like a lot of times that we're seen as aggressive, so a lot of times we like to downplay ourselves or try to come off more nice, more kind, more warm. But the downside of this is that you do it way too much. The fact is that anytime someone kind of disrespects you, you try to stand up for yourself. You might do it with a smile. You might try to laugh it off, and that is met with people still disrespecting you and allow them to keep doing it over and over again. And this is why confidence is so important, because it's not only just that, but it stops you from achieving your dreams and your goals. That's probably the biggest thing I want to talk about, is that it stops you from not being the person you want to be. So let's talk about it. The first thing we want to do is fix your identity, and we need to go back to why are you this way. So for me, for example, I've had a hard time advocating for myself, standing up for myself, and also just kind of just being direct. And this just came from my childhood by being very shy. I was a very shy black boy, and just not wanting to hurt anybody. And then when I got older, I have a big frame, and I went to school, and I didn't want to be seen as aggressive. I didn't want to be seen as my counterparts. And I grew up in the hood, you feel me? And I went to these schools, and so I kind of disarmed myself before anyone could even make an opinion of me, which is stupid and doesn't work and doesn't matter. But anyway, that kind of habit I've had in my mind, it locked in place. So then when I got older, it started to become like a thing where I wasn't advocating for myself. And even when I was doing it in a very nice, warm, sweet way, when sometimes you're not supposed to be sweet. That's the thing about confidence. It's not always just about charisma and trying to win everybody over. Sometimes it's about standing your ground and kind of creating your boundaries around how you want people to treat you. And that just comes with practice. That comes with just the due diligence of knowing what do you want. A lot of times people don't know themselves and don't know how they want to be treated because they never thought about themselves. They've been thinking about everyone else. They've been kind of managing everyone else's emotions and not their own. So that's the first thing. You have to get to know yourself. Why do you feel that way? Why are you that way? Think about it. Journal about it. Maybe it won't come to you right away. Meditate on it. So that's probably the first thing I want y'all to do. Deep dive into this, and I'll make a whole nother video on that. But that's just step one. Step two is habits. Now I'm not gonna give y'all this journal every single day or meditate. I'm not gonna do the generic advice. What I will say is people think about habits in the wrong way. A lot of people try to keep up with habits. Like, you're going from a person who's never went to the gym, who's never meditated, and never read a book, but then you want to do it all in one day for the next 60 days. It's not going to happen. What you want to do instead, right, is what you want to do instead is re-engineer it from backwards. Am I saying that right? Listen, we doing one take. But basically what I'm trying to say is you want to focus on the outcome, right? So you want to see the outcome. Whoever the person you want to be, right? You want to know exactly who that person is. Do whatever you got to do to figure that out. You want to be a successful entrepreneur, whatever it is. How does a successful entrepreneur live his life or her life? Right? Obviously, first things first, a successful entrepreneur, we want to just say they have a healthy diet. Let's say that, for example. How would they eat? You know what I'm saying? Maybe the person you want to be is a fit, successful entrepreneur. He's smart. He's aware. He's in touch with his emotions. Whatever the case is, he doesn't crash out. And he still stands up for himself. Exactly. So what would he act like on a daily basis? He wouldn't let nobody disrespect him. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't let his head hang low. He wouldn't say, just make himself small to appease other people. You know why? Because he's rich. He's rich. He's doing his own thing. He's working from 8 to 12, whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? He's really locked in on whatever he's doing. He doesn't have time to waste. So why would he let anybody waste his time? That's the thing about it. Y'all want to be this person, but you don't act like that person. And that's the biggest way I say to start these habits. Because a lot of times we as humans, we need visuals. We need a visual to focus on. We need an outcome to focus on. We need goals. We're a goal-driven species. Y'all just want to say, oh, well, let's just work out. Let's just go to the gym. What does that mean? Why are we going to the gym? Why are we doing that? Your why has to be bigger than anything. Because guess what? You're going to go in that gym. It's going to hurt. And you'll be like, yo, why am I doing this? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's to get fit. But you need a bigger reason than that. Where are you going? So figure that out. And the last one I'll give y'all, if y'all stay to this last tip, please hit a like and subscribe, because this is really where the meat is, pause, of this video. And I say this one for last. And what I want to say is, you need to work on your presentation. Okay? Now, obviously, right, I'm talking about how you are in the public, how you are at your job, how you are in your daily life. This comes with knowing how to be aware of how you are. I'm not talking about how you're being perceived. I'm talking about how you feel about yourself, not about other people. That's a big difference, okay? So you need to work on how you're being presented, how you want to present yourself. When you walk in a room, what are you doing? How are you coming off? Bro, you'll notice if you consciously are aware, like, just one day, watch your thoughts. Watch your thoughts as you walk into a room. Watch your body. How is it moving? You know what I'm saying? You kind of have to do this with like a grain of salt. Like, don't dictate everything you're doing. Just first, let's watch how you are naturally. You know what I'm saying? I do this all the time. I consciously watch the way my mind moves to learn myself more. And because I'll see all this hidden stuff I've never seen before. I didn't know I thought like those type of patterns. Sometimes I might even catch myself even thinking badly about myself subconsciously, though. Like, I didn't even know. So this is why being aware of yourself is very important. Watch your body language. A lot of times people don't know why they can't make friends. No one talks to them. They got a resting bitch face. You looking like you don't want nobody to talk to you. That's why. But what I want y'all to do is understand how you being presented. Now, I think big thing I have to this day is, you know what I'm saying, I'm one of these coaches. I'm not going to act like I'm perfect. I talk in a very low voice, like as in like quiet. You know what I'm saying? My voice is strong, but it's low. I talk very low sometimes, and so I might mumble a little bit. And to me, if I'm aware of that, you know what I'm saying? Now that I know I'm aware of it, I'll come into situations where I'll speak above my comfortability, because that comes from something where I've been doing all my life. It's a bad habit. So now to break that habit, I must be aware of how I'm presenting myself and work to uncover that, why I do that. And now I don't know why I do that. Now I can do it on a better level where I can be like, yo, this is how I should be operating. I'm a leader. I know I believe in myself. This is the confidence. That's where the confidence comes in. Because if you don't have that confidence, there's no reason to change. If I didn't believe in myself to know that I'm a strong person, there's no reason to speak up. I'm weak, right? You know what I'm saying? So that goes back to the identity thing. So being aware of who you are and how you're presenting yourself in your daily life will change your life forever. Now, this is just a small little piece of all my all my guidance. And if you guys want to work one-on-one with me for your specific problems and issues, there's a link in the description to sign up for one-on-one call. It's been saying, y'all be safe.